This new Stygian Onslaught can be tricky without Nicole or Varka, but don't worry because I'm going to show you exactly how. The first boss, the Glacial Wolf, can be defeated by basically any team that uses Pyro or Electro, as long as you have Sucrose in your team, because you're going to want to leverage the swirl reaction of those elements. So when the fight starts, I'm just setting up my anemo to have passive Electro application, and then just waiting until the Spirit Wolf appears. Whenever it does appear, I switch to Sucrose, which, as you can see, you just need to swirl elements with it, and shortly after it'll die, and you'll be able to do the rest of your damage to it normally. And then of course, if it appears again, just kill it again. And that's it for the first one, really. For the second boss, the good old hit it till it dies strategy is pretty much all you need, but I guess I would recommend Pyro or Electro because you need to kill its little spawn that it makes. These little creatures will empower the Hydro Tulpa if they're left unattended, but luckily they die very easily if you just use elemental reactions on them, so have at it. This last boss is going to need a little bit more strategy, where you're going to want your DPS to be of a different element type than your main applicator. This means a lot of teams would work, but I personally just used my Zibai team where Combine is my applicator for Hydro. So I noticed at the 1 minute 55 mark that it'll start absorbing an element, so I will use Columbina to make sure it absorbs Hydro, since my main DPS will be applying Geo, so it's not going to be a problem to shatter that shield. I then noticed that the second absorption begins at the 1 minute 25 timer. This might be different based on what difficulty you're doing, but I found these timings consistent for the menacing difficulty at least. Once the boss has absorbed elements twice, it will create shields in those elements where you will have to destroy them before you can continue, but it will deal a lot of damage if you do, which is why you want it to be of a different element than your main DPS, so you can shatter it very quickly like I am with Zibai and Linnea. Once it is shattered, it's relatively simple, you can just keep going at fighting, and perhaps if you don't have enough damage output you might need to repeat that again, but that's all there is really to this boss. And yeah, that's how you fight all these 3 bosses. So I hope this helped because I personally don't have Nicole and I wasn't using my Varka because he's awful. So if this helped, I would love if you would subscribe because I make meme, lore, gaming, and other videos when I feel like it. So I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye!